If you're live streaming on TikTok or Instagram, you need to be repurposing the content to your YouTube channel as well. Now, you may not want to take the entire live stream and put it over on YouTube. If you do, we have videos on how to do that properly to make sure you've got your comments there, to make sure you get that engagement and people are noticing that you're doing well on those social platform live streams. But we may not want to put the entire thing over on social media. It's hard to sift through. Most people are not going to sit there for a couple of hours to watch a previous live stream. So we want to be smart about how we're leveraging this, especially if you're answering questions and you're able to then clip these things out and put them on social media. Now, you can clip them directly from your live stream. If you're doing that, we've already talked about how to film this to get the comments in there and the engagement in there. Those are in the playlist down below. You want to make sure that you're writing down timestamps if you're clipping those things out. If not, here's a really cool way that I like to do it to put on my YouTube channel that almost elevates what we're doing. Yes, it's important to take certain clips from your live streams, directly from your live streams with the comments, with the engagement, with things happening, and put that on to YouTube. But I don't do that for every single Q&A that I am doing on my TikTok or on my Instagram page. What I am doing is setting up my phone and I'm putting it at a slight angle. I am then talking directly to my phone, and it's usually on a tripod. I'm not holding it like this, and I'm answering those questions. I'm having those conversations. But you can kind of see this looks familiar to you if you've been following my channel, because I have my camera set up in front of me. My phone is off to the side, and I'm filming myself talking directly to my phone. Now, I could put the comments, I could put that view of the live stream on there as well, but what we found a lot on social media is that people do like to see the behind the scenes of things. If you're filming a podcast, if you're doing a live stream, if you're doing an interview with people, if you are in a business meeting and you're saying really good things, and people are then able to peek into your world, into what you're doing, that resounds really well on YouTube. So if you are sitting here and you're filming a podcast and you've got your laptop up and you're showing yourself on the laptop talking, you might have your microphone and your earphones on, people resonate with that. People also resonate when they are seeing you speak to a live stream audience through your computer or through your phone. So what I really like to do is set up my camera just like this, and I will be on my live stream. And when I see a good question come in, I will say, oh, I love this one. I'm going to film this for YouTube. I'll reach over and turn on my camera. I'll move back to my phone, and then I will read that question out loud and I will answer it. When I'm done, I stop recording. That gives me my clip. I know exactly where it is. I don't have to go searching through a time-stamped version of my live stream, although I do film it at the same time in case I want it, or in case I decide or I think that I'm going to answer a question and it's not going to be something that works for my YouTube channel and it ends up being something that's really good, I can go back and get those clips. So oftentimes these days, you're going to see, if I know it's going to be a good answer, I'm going to film it like that. That's the version you're going to see. If I do not think it's going to be an answer that is going to be valuable to my community and then it ends up being really valuable, then I'll go back and I'll get that clip. That tends to be what you see when you see my screenshot version of those interviews with the questions coming in, with all of the words and all of the engagement going on. That was, I didn't think this was going to be great, but it ended up being good. So I am able to then get both of those versions, and both of those are going to be really valuable on YouTube. So if you are doing a live stream on social media, you want to make sure you set up other camera sources. So have your computer ready to film, have your camera ready to film. If you have more than one phone, have those ready to film, and then just start and stop as needed. Now, sometimes if I'm doing interviews and podcasts and things like that, and we have questions or conversations in between what we're filming, I'll just straight up film it. I'll set up my phone usually and I'll just let it go. I'll plug it in so that it's not going to run out of battery or anything. And I'll just film the behind the scenes. And then when we're talking off air, when we're not doing something that is, going to live on somebody else's page, I'll film those things and I'll be able to then go back and grab those clips of the really cool conversation we had off air or off the record that I can then use to have conversations. So this is a really good opportunity for you to level up. You're showing that you're doing things, you're bringing them into the behind the scenes of your world. This feels like you are letting them in on a conversation they were not meant to be a part of, or they were not a part of, because they get to see you talking to someone else. They get to see you speaking to another audience. They get to see you having a conversation with someone that's not them. You're peeking into it. And that feels very intimate. It feels very connected. It feels very special because you're letting them in on a moment that they did not have access to and were not meant to have that access to. You're speaking directly to somebody else over here, but they get to view it. They get to be a part of it, and they get to benefit from it too. And oftentimes that works really well to build that trust factor because you are being very, very in the moment, very authentic with the conversation you're having, and you're bringing them in. This wasn't a pre-planned conversation that you're necessarily having with people, especially if it's a live stream Q&A where you're answering those in the moment questions. You are actually answering those. It's not like you sat down with a list of notes that you're going to be saying to the camera. So this really helps to build those conversational points with your viewers, with your followers, and with your potential new clients as well. If you're doing live streams on any of the social platforms, take a minute, set up an extra camera source somewhere, and make sure you're filming the good bits when you can. And if you miss something, make sure you have that screen recorded version. We've talked about it again in other videos. That's going to allow you to go back and grab what you need, write down those timestamps, and get them on social media. If you are doing things, we should be maximizing how we're doing them. So if you're doing a live stream, if you are doing a podcast, if you're doing an interview, if you're doing a whatever, make sure you're also working smarter, not harder, by taking that content and repurposing it on your YouTube channel for other people or more people to benefit from, so that you can reach a wider audience without having to double your workload by doing it twice. Follow along for more ideas on how you can be leveraging the content you're already creating to save yourself time, effort, and to reach a wider audience and make more of an impact in this world. Every single day we're dropping videos to help you navigate the world of social media, your content creation, and how to save time and effort making that so that you have luxury time in your business, but you're still making money and your business is working for you. And we're getting your questions answered here in these daily episodes. We will see you in the upcoming episodes.